everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care podcast and video. I'm Dwayne. I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about what it means when an RV says that it's four-season capable. Yes, it's common to find RVs that are labeled just that way, as four-season ready. But what does that term even mean? Does it mean that RV can withstand pretty much anything nature has to throw at it in the most extreme temperatures possible? Well, actually, four-season RV is mainly just a marketing term. And these days, RV marketing is kind of like the Wild West. Almost anything goes. There's lots of hype put out there that's often not very reliable. So then, since there's no set standard for what four-season RV actually means in the industry, well, some brands just claim almost anything applies. But here's the truth. RVs are not made to handle the extremes of summer and winter temperatures, no matter where you go. No, they're not made for extreme weather like houses or regular sticks and bricks homes are. For instance, RV walls are thinner. There's less insulation in general throughout. A home has a solid foundation. There's no air traveling up underneath it, and we could go on and on. But we get back to the question, what does four-season capable mean with respect to RVs? Well, here's what I think that it should mean. It should mean that four-season RVs simply can handle more extreme conditions better than most other RVs. Now, of course, as long as you have a good air conditioner in your RV, well, summer should not be nearly the kind of challenge that winter is. Because winter camping can not only be uncomfortable, the truth is that when the temperatures drop below freezing for an extended period, winter can damage the plumbing inside your RV. So what should you look for then in four-season RVs? Well, let's talk about that. And the first thing that I encourage you to look for in a true four-season RV is a better R factor of insulation. Now, having said that, I encourage you to be careful and beware of some of the claims made by RV factories and manufacturers. There are some that just put a thin piece of material in the walls and claim that the R factor has been increased dramatically by that magic material. It's just not true. It's bogus. There is no such magic material that just taking a thin sheet of it transforms the R factor into a much better insulation. So what I encourage you to do is not only find out what the R factor is in the walls, but check on the ceilings, the floors, the slides as well. And ask them what makes this RV so much better insulated. How have you increased the R factor in these places? And then listen for the answer. If they tell you about some magic thin sheet of material, well, then you know this is not a true four-season RV. What you want to know is what makes this RV better insulated, and then listen for an answer that actually makes sense. Now, the second point for determining whether an RV is four-season or not is, does it have double pane windows? Now, most RVs have single pane windows, but if you put two panes with a pocket of air in between that's sealed, well, that's a much better insulated window. And if you spent time in single pane windows, you know that that's an area where a lot of times you have transfer from inside the RV out and from outside the RV in. So double pane windows are very good to have. Also, as a side point, they help reduce condensation on the window. The third point to consider is look for sealed underbellies. In other words, you shouldn't be able to go under that RV and see pipes, water pipes and plumbing pipes that are exposed. That's not good. You want a sealed, insulated underbelly. And it's best if you have a dedicated heating vent that allows hot air from the furnace to get down into that underbelly. Our next point to consider for four-season RVs is the fresh and wastewater tanks. You don't want these to freeze. They will be a mess and it will be expensive to repair. So RV manufacturers can put tank heaters on them. All you have to do is just press a button and then turn those heaters on, and it's very good. The last point we want to talk about identifying a true four-season RV is look for higher output furnace and air conditioning. Yes, they shouldn't just be the normal kind of units that are put in. You want a higher output to keep things comfortable in the RV. And by the way, ducted systems are the best. All right, so those are the things that you should look for when you're looking for a true four-season RV. Let me give you another point, though, to consider. If you're in the wintertime and camping stationary for a while, I encourage you to consider putting skirting on your RV. And skirting is simply a piece of material that goes from the bottom of the RV all the way down to the ground and seals off that bottom area so no wind is passing through. It will make a real difference. Now, I've made a video about 3 four-season brands of travel trailers that I can recommend for your consideration. And I'll put a link to that video in the description of both the video and the podcast today. And I'm going to try to make another video about fifth-wheel brands that I can recommend too. And that should be available soon. Now, here's one last tip that I want to give you. Even if your RV is a four-season RV, protect the water source that comes into that RV during sub-freezing temperatures. Many people handle that by wrapping the hose outside with heat tape, and that can work fine. But there may be situations where the weather is so drastic that you actually need to disconnect that hose altogether at times just to be safe. Well, now that you know more about what makes an RV a true four-season RV, you don't have to just trust a salesperson or a factory's brochure or a sticker on the outside of the RV. Now you can look further. You can verify for yourself whether it really is a four-season RV or not. And that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.